You're dazzled by the beauty of it all. When your lover's in a dangerous time. Lovers in a dangerous time. When your lover's in a dangerous time. Lovers in a dangerous time.
That was a great melody from Eddie Lam. Hi Eddie, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So tell us what that was.
That was Lovers in a Dangerous Time, originally written by Bruce Cockburn.
Wow, it was beautiful. So Eddie, how did you get started in music?
I started getting into music when I was about 10 years old. I started off doing piano lessons when I was 10, and I got into other formal training including music theory, violin lessons, and then later on as a teenager I started taking band class and also getting involved in other things such as guitar, bass, drums on the side too.
Okay, and is music always something you wanted to do? Like what made you want to start doing piano?
I got into playing piano when I saw my sisters learning how to play piano as well, so they were part of my influences, but also including such great artists as Elton John and John Tesh, and also Axl Rose when I first saw him play piano for the music video for November Rain.
Oh wow, so have your parents always been supportive of this? As your family, like you're saying that your sisters have started off playing piano, is this something that your parents have always supported? Is something that they've always encouraged?
Most definitely. This is something they knew that they saw that potential in me, that I was able to have this great musical ability. They haven't given up on me. Even when times were really tough, learning some really tough tunes or whatever, my parents encouraged me and told me that that I can do it, and so I didn't give up on it ever since then.
That's really good. So how did you get into playing all the other instruments? You're saying you learned how to play piano, violin,
guitar, bass, drums, and also the clarinet. So I got into playing piano just from taking piano lessons. Violin, same thing. I've taken violin lessons from a great teacher for a few years, and then as I got into high school, I started playing the clarinet when I was in the high school band. And with guitar, bass, and drums, that was all self-taught.
Oh, that's pretty impressive. So you've always been playing music, but is it something you've always really considered a career path as well?
I wasn't very certain about it until I started playing open mic nights as I got older.
Okay, so you've done open mic. Do you do any other gigs as well?
Yes, I actually play in 3 different bands right now. One, I have my own hard rock project called Cry of Silence, and it's a hard rock band that mixes punk, metal, funk, and a little bit of hip-hop as well.
Wow, so many different types of music. Is there any other one that you kind of prefer over the other, or?
I think it's just fantastic that they all integrate together, and that's the great thing about the band.
That's great. So, Eddie, what are some gigs that your bands have played?
With my band Cry of Silence, we previously played at the Red Room, we played at the Princeton Pub, Backstage Lounge, all different kinds of venues. And I'm also involved in a hip-hop band too called Farik and Friends. And I work with a rapper named Farik Fraser, and he's a great guy to work with. We recently played a show at the Fairview Pub, and we had a great crowd, and it was just one of those really fun nights where we all just came together and just made great music.
That's very interesting. So you're in 3 bands, you probably keep yourself pretty busy. What are some other things you do with music to bring your own music out to the people?
Well, I also collaborate with different people as well. So I work with this one artist named Lucretia. She's a singer and songwriter as well. So I help her come up with some great melodies, some great hooks, and also just some instrumentation that she thinks would make a great sound for her recordings. And I also write songs with other different artists that may need help, and I can help give them advice on it, how they can make their songs better. I've also done a little bit of producing as well, so I have my own little studio so people can come over and just record whichever songs they want under demos and just get it out there. Not gonna hear you say you're sorry, 'cause I've seen it all before.
That's amazing. So you're not only helping your own music, but you're helping other people as well.
Yeah, that's right. And on the side too, I also created my own podcast called The Local Forecast, which you can also find on SoundCloud. And what I do is that I talk like a radio DJ, and all I do is just play all local music based in British Columbia.
Oh, that's pretty smart. So how long have you been doing that for?
I've only started that about a month ago.
Okay, and how did you get started with that? How did you generate that idea?
Well, I decided, after listening to all these great artists that I've seen live, I realized, these people need more recognition. So I figure, why not create my own little radio program where I can create that great exposure and the opportunity for artists to feel great about themselves, and that everyone can, all over the world can listen to what they have.
That's really amazing. So in your gigs, is there any other local artists that you've been working with?
I also work with Art and Air. They're a really great, fantastic indie pop rock band, and I play keyboards for them on their live shows.
Oh, wow, that's pretty impressive. So I understand that you also do open mics around Vancouver. Tell me more about that.
Well, there's some really great spots that I always recommend to people that I always enjoy going to. One is Libra Room on Commercial Drive. I also play at Corduroy Lounge, the Anza Club, one of my favorite places to play, actually. And, like a lot of my friends and I, we always go there, just have a great time making music and making people happy.
That's good. It's a good way to gain publicity too, right?
Absolutely. And another one that I should mention also is Cafe du Soleil on Commercial Drive as well. And everyone's just so supportive of hearing some fresh new songs, and just like supporting anyone at any level when it comes to playing music.
Oh, that's good. So do you do this often? What days can our viewers see you?
Well, if you want to catch me down at the Corduroy Lounge, I'm there on Tuesday nights in Kitsilano. And you can also catch me at the Anza Club on Thursday nights as well, which is on 8th in Ontario.
Oh, perfect. So musically, is there anybody else that you look up to?
I look up to such bands as Alice in Chains, Metallica, Nirvana, Guns N' Roses. That's the kind of music I grew up listening to as a kid. And I also look up to other great artists such as Bruce Cockburn, Don Ross, Andy McKee. Great musicians all around.
Any artists that you hope to collaborate with in the future?
Well, I hope to collaborate with Ann and Nancy Wilson from Heart, and hoping to collaborate with Bruce Cockburn, and also hopefully Alice in Chains.
That'd be an interesting combination.
I think so too.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Just continuously playing music in front of a huge crowd.
Do you hope to release any, or if you haven't already, do you hope to release some records?
Well, my band Craft Sounds already released an album on iTunes, and the album's called Influence, so you can purchase that at a really good price. And I'm hoping to also help produce more people's music as well, and hopefully we can sell that out there on iTunes as well.
I'm not gonna hear you say you're sorry, 'cause I've heard it all before. So don't you try to say it, and I don't need to hear it. I've thrown you right out of my door.
So going more into the future, do you hope to produce more of your own music, or to go into the more producing side of it?
I would like to do both, actually, because I think that the only way to be successful is when you network with other people, work with other people, and that's the way to grow the music scene.
So any other hobbies outside of music?
I work out at Steve Nash Fitness World. I love to play video games and just hang out with my friends and just catch some live music.
Have you been keeping yourself busy this summer?
Very busy. We've been hitting the beaches. We've been playing different sports all together.
What kind of sports do you play?
I enjoy playing volleyball and badminton.
Oh, nice. So in your high school, were there a lot of other bands and musicians as well?
Only in band class, and also in choir as well. So I had a chance to talk with different students, and have a great relationship with them, and just talk to them about music in general.
Okay, and did you do a lot of the gigs around the school or in the community at that time as well?
Every year we always have choir and band concerts, about a few times a year, and it's always been fun.
Okay, and were you able to balance your music and your academics as well?
It was hard at first, but all it takes was just a matter of discipline to organize myself, and after that I got through high school.
Okay, and would you say that you got more into music after high school or while you're in it?
I would say a lot more after high school. Yeah.
Were you into one particular sound more than another before you got more into the other sounds?
I think I believe so. Just after the fact that I had the time to discover all different kinds of music, so that way I have a more diverse taste and influence.
What were you more into in your earlier years?
I was more into straight up rock, such as, like as I mentioned before, with me growing up at the age of 8, it was always all about Guns N' Roses, Aerosmith, and bands like that back then.
All really great bands. I love those bands. So what's a message that you can send out for the youth of today?
Well, I really feel that music is something that really keeps people happy, keeps people going, and I always advise musicians to don't stop doing it.
Thank you again, Eddie, for coming onto our show. It was really nice chatting with you. Would you like to play us another melody?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Okay, well, here you go, Eddie Lamb.
You're watching Close Look!